All right, let's get started. We'll start with our neck, so looking down and up. And one more time each way, and then center the chin and look side to side. And one more time each way, and then center the chin and take ear to shoulder. And one more time each way. And then center the chin, look down, and go into half neck circles. Good, one more time each way. And then bring that chin down before you bring the head back up. Drop the arms and go into some vertical arm scissors here. For 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and then step wide, arms up. We'll go into trunk circles. So bend it to the side, circle it down and around, and come back up on the other side. Side bend, down and around, and up on the other side. Controlling this through the core. So not just letting it swing around, but staying nice and controlled. So engaging that pelvic floor cues that deep inner core to engage. And also pull that belly button in towards the spine. Here's our last one. Good, and then you're going to drop the arms, hinge forward at the hip, and twist and tap. You could tap that floor in front as you twist at the torso, or you can tap the opposite leg. Strong through the core, pull that belly button in. Good, for 4, 3, 2, 1, and then just let it hang center. Straighten those knees. You get a good stretch through the back of the legs. And gently allow that lower back to release open. Relax those muscles to let yourself sink a bit deeper. And then pull the belly button in towards the spine, engage that pelvic floor to cue the deep inner core, and roll it up vertebrae by vertebrae. All right, let's bring it into first position. So heels together, natural turn out, opening from those hips. And so when you bend those knees, knees and toes are in line. Good, so we're just gonna start with some plies here. And then we're going to bring in kicks, front alternating, right? So it'll be plie and a kick, plie, other side, plie, kick, plie, other side. So as you alternate, you gotta really engage through that core so that you're not going side to side, right? You're trying to stay nice and centered, right? Bring it back to first position each time. So very controlled through that core in order to do that. Plie. So it's an engage each time, trying to find that nice center line through that core. Plie, kick, plie, kick. You could also tap, tap, but that kick's gonna give you a little bit more work through that core to stabilize and balance. Stay nice and centered. So kick, 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 kick. So I'm gonna count us out of these, and when I do, we're gonna switch those kicks straight out side to side instead of front. In 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. So now it's side, side, centered through the core, side and side, kick. Or you can tap and tap, but that kick's gonna give you a little bit more work to stay nice and centered because you're alternating side. You kind of got to reset each time, engage that core, and find that nice center line through the body. Reach that head nice and tall. Good. Plie, kick. Plie, kick. Don't forget the plie. It's just a demi-plie. It's little, but it becomes quite powerful in this, so don't forget it. Plie, kick. Plie, kick. Plie, kick. When I count us out of these, those kicks are going to go to the back. In order to let them go to the back, you might find you have to reach that chest forward a little bit, which is good and fine, but still try to stay nice and centered, so not leaning to one side or the other. All right, so we're going to do that in 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Now kicks go back, 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 back. Plie, kick it back. Or you can tap, tap, tap. Chest reaches forward, belly button in, tap, or kick, kick. But come back to that first position for that plie. Plie, kick, plie, kick, plie, kick. Good. Plie, kick. Nice and centered. Plie, kick. Good. And keeping turnout for those kicks. Good. When I count us out of these ones, we're just going to come back to center and hold that plie. No kicks. Keeping feet just on the ground for those plies. So we're going to do that in 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. So plie, center, plie, center. Now just try to take these a little bit deeper, right? Now with our feet flat on the floor, everybody's range of motion is going to be a little bit different on these, and you might find that you're not able to take these as low as you would for, say, your second position plies with those feet out at second. But you're trying to drop it a little bit lower each time, perhaps, right, to increase that range of motion. Good. So 8 more like this, 7, 6, and 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Now from here, I want you to go low and hold low, and then I just want you to press those knees out. Press, press. So you're opening, pressing those knees out as you keep it low. Press, 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 press. Good, and we've got 8 more. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Still low, and now I want you to press out, and you're trying to press out, so you're pressing out. I'm not moving, so I'm not going in and out. I'm just pressing those knees out as far as I can and holding that. Good, keep holding for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Good, bring it up, shake those legs. We're gonna give our quads just a quick stretch here. Bend that knee, point that knee to the floor, tilt that pelvis forward, and stretch that thigh. And then other side. Good, point that knee to the ground. Just a quick one. We're going to come back. We'll have another stretch of those after our next move. So now I want us to go into second position. So wider stance, heels at least shoulder width apart, if not a bit further, and hips open to your natural turnout. So when you bend those knees, knees and toes in line, and we're plies, So don't lean forward, keep shoulders right over those hips. Now, we're going to do, we're just gonna start with, so we're doing singles and then 8 pulses. So it'll be a plie low, and then you're gonna come up and releve. So my heels came up when I came up, right? So it's plie, heels come up. Arms are optional, you can keep them here. So we'll do 8 like that, right? And then we'll hold low for 8 pulses, and we're gonna do rounds, okay? So we go first with plie, releve. So it's plie, releve, plie, releve, plie, releve. So those heels come up. 4 more like this, and 3, and 2. So 1 more like this, good, then bring it low and pulse for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Bring it up and back to those plies, releve, releve, plie, releve, plie, releve, plie, releve, plie, releve for 4, 3, 2, and 1. Now we bring it low and pulse for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Bring it up and plie, releve, plie, releve. Heels come up. Good. For 4, 3, 2, and 1. And now low for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And 1 more round. Plie, releve, plie, releve, plie, releve, plie, releve. For 4, 3, 2, and 1. Good. And then low for 8, 7, 6, 5, and 4. We're gonna hold low though. All right, hold low. Now take it a little bit lower and continue that hold. And 1 more time here, go lower. 4, 3, 2, 1. Good, bring it up, shake those legs, and we're gonna give those quads another stretch. So, grab that ankle, point that knee to the floor, tilt that pelvis forward, tuck that tailbone under to help enhance that stretch on that quad muscle. Good. Switch that to the other side. Knee to the floor. Tilt that pelvis forward. Tuck that tailbone under. And enhance that stretch on that quad. All right. So now feet hip width apart, toes facing forward, and we're just gonna do lunge step backs. So we're going to start on this side, and you're just gonna step back for that lunge, come back center, alternate side, come back center. All right, so going back and forth. So we're gonna do 20 of those. So we go 1 and 2, 3 and 4, 5, 6, 7 and 8, 9, 10. Now we've got 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. All right, now starting with this side, we're just gonna lunge back, and then you're gonna come up, bring that knee in there. All right, so we're gonna do 10 on this side, and then we'll do 10 on the other side. All right, so lunge back, knee comes up, lunge back, knee up, lunge, knee, lunge, knee. 6 more. Here's 6 and 5, 4, 3, 2, and One more. Good. Now we're going to switch those to the other side. So lunge back and knee. Lunge, knee. Lunge, knee, lunge, knee. 6 more, and 5, and 4, 3 more, and 2, and 1 more there. All right, now we go back to that lunge, step back. So lunge and lunge. Switch sides each time. Lunge, 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 and lunge. 10 more. Here's 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Good. Now back to this side for the 10, bringing that knee in. All right, so lunge down and knee comes in. And knee in, lunge back and knee. 6 more. Here's 5 and 4, 3, 2, and 1 more there. Good. Now switch to that other side for 10. So lunge back, knee comes up. Lunge back, knee comes in. Pulling that belly button in as that knee comes in. 6 more. 5, 4, 3, 2, and last one like that. Very good. All right, now we're going to go to a wide step here for a side lunge. All right, so just feel that out. Knees and toes in line. As always, you can keep the side lunge up here, or you can bring it down here. So if you're down there, chest lifted, belly button in, gauging that inner core, hinging forward at those hips, but staying strong through the core to protect that lower back. All right, so we're going to do 20, just flowing back and forth. All right, so be like this. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Bring it up. Now we're going to side lunge this way, and then you're going to bring it up over here, and a knee comes up. All right, so side lunge and knee. Side lunge and knee. Use that foot to step down lightly in that side lunge. So you're not slamming that foot down, but just sliding, gliding, stepping lightly and smoothly into it. 5 more. 5 and 4, 3, 2, and last one there. Good. Now we're going to go back to that side lunge, that flow for 20. So just first make sure that those knees are in good alignment, and then starting here, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Strong through the core, belly button in. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Bring it up. All right, now we're going to side lunge this way, and then bring it up for 1. Side lunge and 2. Side lunge and 3. Side lunge 4. Side lunge 5. Side lunge 6 and 7. 8. 2 more. And last one there. Good. All right. So let's now grab a chair or a bar. All right. We're going to bring it over to this side. I need you to make sure that you're going to have enough room behind you to extend that leg. Now, we're going to have your feet hip width apart. Inside leg, as always, I want you to have a little bit of bend there. I don't want you locking that knee to straighten that leg, right? I want a little bit of bend to help, well, really to help the knee as it's supporting your legs, supporting the rest of our body. So what we're gonna do with these, you're gonna pull your knee in, and then you're going to come down and you're gonna tap that floor. And you're gonna try to point that leg up as high as possible. So you're squeezing that glute, you're trying to, you know, in theory, if you could point at the ceiling, that would be great. I can't, so I'm just gonna go as high as I can. So knee comes in, and then you're gonna come down, you tap the ground, squeeze that glute to lift that leg as high as you can, so higher than hip height. So bring that knee in, and extend that leg up, squeeze that glute. Good, and in, and up, and in, and up, in, and up. 5 more. 5, and 4. Squeeze that glute at the top. 3, and 2 more. Good. 1 more right there. Excellent. Now you're just going to extend out. I might come on a little bit of an angle here, but you're just going to extend out to a 40 or to parallel with the ground, hip height, and then hamstring curl. In, out, in, out, in, out, in, out, in, out, in, out. 2 more, last 1. Good. Now you're gonna come back to that first move. So knee comes in, and then tap that ground and try to lift that leg as much as possible. Good. And tap that ground in, and tap that ground in, and tap that ground. 4 more. 4, and 3, and 2. 1 more here. Good. Very good. And then we're going to come back out to that extension that's parallel to the ground for the hamstring curls. So come out here and then curl. In, out, for 3, 4, 5, 6. 2 more. And last one there. Bring it up. Last round. So back to that first move where we tap the ground and bring that leg up as high as possible. Knee comes in, and then tap. And knee comes in, and tap. Good. In, and tap. 4 more. 4. Squeeze that glute at the top. 3, and 2, and a last one here. Good. And then we're going to finish off with those 8 hamstring curls before we go to the other side. So come to parallel and hamstring curls for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Good. Bring it up. Before we move to the other side, I just want us to do a figure 4 stretch on both sides. So it doesn't matter which one you start with first. So you're going to bring ankle across a knee and sit into those hips and glutes. Sinking in, really relaxing those muscles to try to sink deeper. Stretching in those hips and glutes. Just allowing that lower back to open up. Good, and then we'll switch that to the other side. Ankle across the knee and sit into it. Stretching into those hips and glutes. Relaxing those muscles to try to sink deeper. And opening up, relaxing through that lower back as well. Good, and then we'll bring it up and switch it all to the other side. So again, just make sure when you do that switch that you're going to have room behind you to kick that leg out and up. Feet are going to be hip width apart. And so standing knee, just make sure, don't lock straight. Have a little bit of give there. outside knee, pull it in. As you're pulling it in, get extra outward by pulling it in. So don't just come here. This is where you lift it, try to pull it higher in by engaging that core and driving that knee in towards that chest, all right? And then we bring it down, so we're gonna touch the ground, and at the top of the move, you're really squeezing that glute and trying to lift that foot to point to the ceiling. That's what you're trying to do. All right, so knee comes in, and tap that ground as you lift it. Knee comes in, squeeze that glute at the top of the movement. Good, and engage that glute, and drive that knee in. Engage that glute, drive that knee in. We've got 4 more. 4, knee drives in. 3, bring that knee in. 2, knee comes in, and 1 more like that, knee comes in. Very good. Now, we're gonna go out to that parallel position for those hamstring curls. So come out here and curl it in, out, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and bring it up. Now we're going to go back to that arabesque. So drive that in, and then tap that ground, squeeze the glute at the top, and knee comes in, squeeze the glute at the top, and in. Good. 6 more, drive that knee in, and 5, drive that knee in. 4, 3 more times, 3, 2, and 1 more here. Good. Now come back to parallel and hamstring curls for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Bring it up. Last round. So that knee comes in. And tap the ground, squeeze the glute at the top of the movement, and knee comes in. Point that toe towards the ceiling, and knee comes in. Good. 6 more. Drive that knee in. 5, knee comes in. 4, and 3. Squeeze that glute at the top. 2, and 1 more here. Good. And then last thing, 8 more hamstring curls. Come out to parallel and curl it in for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Good. Bring it up. Shake it out a bit, and then we're going to do that figure 4 stretch on both sides again. So ankle across the knee, sit into those hips and glutes. Relax those muscles to let yourself sink deeper into it. Opening up through that lower back. Good, relax. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And then switch to the other side, ankle across the knee. Sit into those hips and glutes and relax those muscles to let yourself sink deeper into it. Open up through that lower back. Some nice deep breaths. Good. And then we've got 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Bring it up. Now, before we move on, I just want us to step wide and roll it down here. So pull the belly button in, gauge that core, and roll down vertebrae by vertebrae and let it hang. Straighten those knees, get a good stretch through the back of the legs, and open up through that lower back, right? Relaxing those muscles to let yourself sink a bit deeper into this. Good, and then when you're ready, you're gonna pull the belly button in towards the spine, gauge that pelvic floor to cue the deep inner core, and roll it up vertebrae by vertebrae. Okay, we're done with the chair, so you can take it out of your way, and then we're going to come down to the mat. When you do get down, just don't lay down right away, because we're going to start sitting and then we're going to roll it down. The idea is going to be to really feel each vertebrae as you bend vertebrae by vertebrae through that spine. And so the slowest part is at that lower back where it's all more compressed together. So really starting at the bottom of that tailbone, you're going to try to feel, really like think about it. Like think, feel, connect the mind to the body and trying to go bend, bend, each vertebrae, bend, bend. Core is working to hold this, right? So you get that core work, but it's just little bit by little bit. Bend, bend, try to feel each one. That is so good for your spine, especially the lower part that gets really contracted. But even just, you know, feeling that out and connecting that and just really trying to feel each spot. I mean, it can actually help you identify some things like, oh, that's, you know, I kind of seem to skip a spot there or whatever, right? And so anyways, good to know and be in touch with that body. So we're going to straighten those legs and we're going to start with our roll-ups because I don't really like skipping them. I feel like roll-ups should be a daily thing. So arms overhead, I'm going to show the modified first, of course. I'm going to inhale as I come up vertebrae by vertebrae. And then at the hardest point, I'm going to bend my knees, engage that pelvic floor, and pull the belly button in, start my exhale. So I can use my legs to trace my hands along. And then I straighten those legs to reach forward. I create a stomach vacuum. So I'm pulling that belly button in, and I'm exhaling all that air out as I reach that way. And I really do not skip out on this part of the move. And then I roll back down, vertebrae by vertebrae, and for the modified, you can bend those knees. So that's good, not just like if you're building the core strength, but also if you are tight. You know, it's morning and you're tight, so the regular version maybe isn't working. Like some days it might, some days not. All right, so inhale. I'm just going to full version out and then engage and start that exhale. Pull that belly button in. Exhale out. Reach those arms as far forward as possible. Create that stomach vacuum. As I exhale all the air out and reach forward, I'm pulling that belly button in towards the spine, reaching towards that wall behind me, and then reversing that movement. Good. So we're just going to do 10 of these today, and I'm just wanting us today to really focus on this part. Exhale, reach forward, stomach vacuum. Exhale all the air out, stomach vacuum in, and then rolling down vertebrae by vertebrae. Inhale, engage, and exhale. Pull that belly button in. And roll it down, vertebrae by vertebrae. Stomach vacuum, exhale air out, reach forward. Good. 6 more to go. Reach forward, exhale all that air out, pull that belly button in, and rolling down vertebrae by vertebrae. 5 more. And rolling down vertebrae by vertebrae. 4 more. Three more. Reach, reach, reach. 2 more. reach, pull belly button in, exhale, all there, out. And one more to go. Reach, reach, reach. And roll it down, vertebrae by vertebrae. All right, we are actually going to bring it up to sitting for some ab stuff now. So I want you to, you're going to sit, like find your boat pose here. Now, two options. So you could just hold this here if you want, or we're going to twist to one side, tap, twist back, twist to the other side, tap. So center, side, tap, center, side, tap, center, side, tap. Chest stays lifted, belly button in, center, side, tap, center, side, tap, center, side, tap, center, side, tap. Good. For four more, 4 and 3 and 2 and 1, center, and then straighten those legs and roll forward for a moment. Good. Now along the same line, I want you to be here and then come down and then back there. So you can try to do this without holding your knees, right? Or you can hold them to bring it back in, right? So you come out, reach those legs long and bring it back in. And out and back in. And out and back in. And out and back in. One more and back in. Good. And then you're going to reach those legs forward, roll it forward here. Very good. Now, I want you to roll back down, and we're going to have a bend in those knees, but not like this. Push those heels out. So depending on, my toes actually come up off the ground because just my ankle flexibility, right? But some people I've found, their ankles are flexible enough that they'll be out here and their toes will still touch the ground. All I'm trying to say here in a very long-winded fashion is it doesn't matter. So knees are about hip width apart, and then I'm going to stack one palm on top of the other hand, cradle my neck here, and I'm going to bring one leg up. So notice how that leg, the bottom half of my leg, lower leg, is parallel to the ground now, but I'm not bending the knee more. I'm keeping this very small bend, right? I come up like this and I crunch towards that side. So not towards the knee as much as turning all the way to that side, and then it comes down, and then the other one and the other way. All right, so the pace I want you to go is slow enough to control. So you're anchoring those hips, no teeter-tottering there. Pull the belly button in, and you're engaging that pelvic floor to engage that deep inner core. So an exhale, and then switch, and switch, and switch, and switch, and switch. Good, pulling belly button in. Exhale, don't teeter-totter through those hips. That lower back, you're either maintaining your natural curve or you're pushing the lower back into the mat if you're not quite sure, or if you're having a hard time not arching it beyond its natural curve off the mat. Exhale, and as you're exhaling on that twist, you're pulling that belly button in and you're engaging that pelvic floor to cue that deep inner core. So that's two separate things that you're doing as you're exhaling. Belly button in and engaging that pelvic floor. So like a kegel, that's going to cue that deep inner core. Good. 8 and 7, 6 and 5, 4, 3, 2 and 1, right there. All right, pull those knees into the chest and then just roll it around a little bit. Just getting a little bit of a back massage on that mat. Rock and roll one way and then the other way, relaxing those muscles in your core, in that back, and then straighten one leg, straighten the other leg, reach those arms overhead and create a lengthening stretch through the torso by reaching in opposite directions. So hands reach one way, toes reach the opposite direction, and you're creating that lengthening stretch through that torso. All right, and then we're going to roll onto our stomachs, and you're gonna have your feet about hip width apart, toes are curled under here. Your palms of your hand are gonna be right here beside your shoulders. And then you're going to, excuse me, you're gonna engage that core, pull belly button in, and then you're gonna press yourself up to push up. And then you're gonna lower with control all the way down. So the goal, yes, is to like form that perfect push-up plank, but it's okay to work on getting there. So if you do cobra up a little bit and have to, you know, then come up, bring that butt to straighten it out, then do. And then just lower all the way with control, right? Don't drop yourself back. But every time before you lift, engage that pelvic floor, pull the belly button in, and then press up to that plank position, and then lower down with control. Engage and press it up and lower down with control. Engage and press it up and lower with control. Engage, press it up and lower, nice and slow with control. Engage, press it up and lower with control. Engage, press it up and lower with control. Engage, press it up and lower with control. Two more. Engage, press it up and lower with control, and engage. Press it up and lower with control. Before I let us go back, push it back into child's pose, we're going to stay with our palms here, and you're going to do little presses, baby cobras. So the point here is not like our cobra, you know, in yoga where we push it all the way up. The goal is just push up an inch or two to really activate the back of those upper arms, right? Getting those triceps. So they're little presses, little pulses. You go press, 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 activating the back of those upper arms. Press, press. Push those palms of your hand into the mat as you press, 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 press. Keep going. Press, 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 press. 8 more. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Now you're going to push yourself back into child's pose to stretch that out. Whew. Good. Stretching it out. Relaxing everything. A couple deep breaths. Good. Bring it up for a moment before we do our, I want to finish off with our hip flexor stretch, but first we're just going to stretch those elbows. So, or not elbows, triceps. So bring one arm up, bend at the elbow, pull that elbow back and get a good stretch through that tricep, through the back of the arm, and document. Think about that hand that's touching your back right now and how far it's reaching, and then maybe try to reach a little bit more, right? Maybe try to pull that elbow back a little bit more and reach that hand a little bit further down that back. Breathe into it a couple times. Good, and then we'll switch that to the other side. So straighten that arm, bend at the elbow, pull that elbow back. and document. Where's that hand? How far does it reach? Try to reach a little bit further. Maybe note, can you tell if one side reaches further than the other? You might have more flexibility in one side than the other. Gives you a good goal for the other side. Breathe into it. Good, and release that. And then we'll finish off with a hip flexor stretch. So we're going to step 1 foot forward and then hinge forward, lunging forward here. And you could keep it up here, reaching that chest forward as you're sinking those hips towards the ground. Or you could add a little bit more weight to that, put those arms overhead and let them help gravity pull you a little bit deeper into this. Good, and then when you're ready, we'll switch that to the other side. And then, so nice hinge forward here, chest reaches, and you can either keep it here or bring those arms up overhead and just feel those hips sinking towards that floor nice and gently. Good, and when you're done, that's a wrap. Thank you for joining me.